We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Mike, here we go. Come on, baby. I'm coming, baby. We're going to 50-20.
Now a play fake here on first down. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Cooper's got it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 13-yard line. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. A great move in there, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
59. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. Line. 59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59. Check. 26.
On 2nd down and 4. Prescott dancing to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And it's 3rd and 4.
Chances are good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full circle.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Richie James, 66 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
From the 41, Prescott escaping the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 47. Here we go, go to 54, go to 54. Line 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. Prescott now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. James has got it, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders.
I got you, boy.
And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Miles Sanders, 65 yards. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, pick up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
You can't block me.
They start on the ground with Elliott. Space to maneuver at the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off around the 37. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. There's
a battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The first down carried by Elliott doesn't amount to much as he'll get forward for about a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Cowboys on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his routes so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call. After
the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 5 now. Prescott flush to his right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Here we go. Mike's 59. Ain't no such thing as a loss.
Here's Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think the 2nd down is...
And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Let's go, 1-1.
Throw left side complete. It's James. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia. They go play action here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. James has it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. To throw, it's Wentz. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get...
Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. On 1st and 10, Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Prescott's pass intended for Mike Gesicki.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
All right, T, let's go. 46.
Prescott. Being chased, and time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, but now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play here for Dallas. And even 50 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big game.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Point after, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. To throw again on second down. Wentz. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Wentz now. Oh, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
23 yards on the play. They'll run with Sanders, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Second down and goal. Wentz. Well, that's complete to Sanders. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
This is third and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Prescott now. Escaping the pressure right. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Prescott now, 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Fighting through pressure. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. The Eagles on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz flushed out right. And Jeffrey's got it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And an alley to run. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown of the night, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
47.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott, and he's got Ezekiel Elliott. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st. Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. And he will find his man on the outside. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott looking for Cooper. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, it's Pollard.
As was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Prescott on first down. He finds his target. It's Schultz. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick is indeed good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they've managed the clock exactly right.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
Flush to his right. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Completion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Wentz to throw. It'll buy some time right. And Sanders has got it complete. 28 yards to gain there on the catch and run.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll
run on first down. It's Sanders. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously, more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This would put them in the NFC title game. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
And, Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team lose in the playoffs and that girds them for a championship run in the future?
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from AT&T Stadium.